Morning, everyone. Hello. Oh, that's hot. Shall I leave you off? I'll leave you down there for the moment. I'll switch it on anyway. Okay. Morning. So I have, as you can see, my coffee. But my mushroom roll is delayed. Because there's no chef yet. Fingers crossed. Very hot. So how are you this morning? What are you doing? What are you up to? Pretty grey day, but quite warm. That's a new picture there. Central Edinburgh. Hello, Chefsko. Not seen you in a while. How are you? Oh, thank you, Flyby8, for subscribing. Sean is here, is he? Not that I've seen. No, not today. Well, I don't know. It's still closed as far as I know. I'll have a look at their Facebook and check. Yeah, there's no explanation. Is it there? Last update was in March, so I don't know. Yeah, it's a mystery. Another place seemed to have closed down. Hello, Onward. I'm from Scotland. Where I am now. Where are you? I just on the yeah. So there's a notice on the door saying closed until further notice. I don't know. It is, yeah, strange and unfortunate. You get out there, all right? Yeah. Yeah. It's far from the only place which is just randomly closed down, unfortunately. Yeah, there was. We were thinking about that the other week. About 4 or 5 places. was the pottage shed. There was the old pub, which used to be a bank with a panic room. Yeah. I dread to imagine what's going to happen to Marmions. And his presence of weird way closer it does. I don't know. What can I say? Sounds like torn, but it's not Natalie Imbruglia. I'm going to reposition you slightly. I'm going to move it away from the toilet door. Better. And towards possibly Connie and Brian if Brian come in. So why no chef? Is he just not get out of bed this morning? Or what? It's alright. That's wrong music. And it would appear still no Andrea. I think she's on holiday. I don't recognize this singer. I'm thinking woman, American sort of country singer, sort of a raspy voice, 40s or older. What's this song? Hello, Jules. Good morning. No song found. That's unfortunate. Well, are you busy this morning, Jules? You're doing something creative. I'm eager to experience more. I remind you, by the way, everyone, 2 streams, Twitch and YouTube, but YouTube people can only see other YouTubers' comments, and Twitching people can only see other Twitcher people's comments. But I can see both. Now, I'm in 2 minds. No, I think I shan't. I did a picture this week. So I did a couple of sketches this week. People, friends. I'll show you one of them. I think I'll not show you the other one. Full permission to show you both. Oh, well, to draw both of them. They're both anonymous. You won't recognize them. It says it looks like her, so that's good. So that one. That's not bad. Not bad, I think. I think she looks vaguely human. I'm not got her mouth right. Not quite. I'm not got her eyes quite right, but it's alright. It's alright. So I did that one. And then I did another one. I'm not showing you that one. My. Vaguely human, yes. So it's 5 by 8. So did I. Yeah, so there's a new picture up. I think it's a new picture. It's Princess Street in Edinburgh, and it shows Scott Monument, and it shows. Well, it's not quite correct. It's not quite correct. I think it shows the trams. It shows looks like the clock tower of the Northbridge Hotel and the Waterloo Monument and the National Monument up on Carlton Hill. So it's not actually correct. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. So the artist, who is I think F. Martin, John F. Martin, I believe I recognise his style. Has taken a bit of artistic license there. It's alright, it's interesting. It's okay. Interesting picture. So yes, I'm waiting on my mushroom roll. Because the artist, the chef, wasn't in, but apparently is now. What was that noise? Why did that make a noise there? Hello, Engage. Welcome. How are you? You'd like that picture. The one I'm not showing. It's not for sale though. Did I put it into my not safe for work on my Discord? I have a feeling I might have done. Where is it? There. Yes, I did. Okay, so if you want to have a look at it, it's in my NSFW. Yes. We have a dream from Doe in there as well. Oh, in the NSFW. They don't have NSFW dreams. Alright, Mark, how you doing? Let's see. Okay. Arrived at a strip club. Maybe it should have been an SFW. Mini pool. Made it rain. Wow. Wow. It is shimmy. I don't think we have that. You can try. Good books. You know, I haven't been reading. I don't know why. I just haven't been reading anything lately. I think possibly I'm too engaged with the very long-term football manager game that I'm playing at the moment. It's strange. Bacon roll, not bacon roll, mushroom roll. It looks nice. It looks nice. I'm gonna take a picture of it. The mushrooms look really nice. I might even do a short. Should I do a short? I'm gonna do a short. I've got a mushroom roll at Marmions today. Right, where again was that? Delicious. I didn't like how they did the mushrooms here. I'll save that. Talked about Ponce America before, haven't you, Mark? But I don't know what it is. I assume podcast. Political. Right, save draft. Yeah, I'm reading a little bit, but no, I haven't been reading books lately. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know how they cook the mushrooms, but it's really nice. It must be just fried in butter or something. It's good. I think, frankly, just saying that she couldn't get me my role because the chef wasn't here. I'm not sure it really needs a chef for a mushroom roll. Delicious. So I've got one or two pictures that I could draw. I think I might want to do something a little bit abstract. I've got to think about that. Hmm. Yeah, so it's the young, quiet waitress today, rather than Andrea, or the bloke whose name I don't know. But any other suggestions for sketches? That'd be nice. Welcome, as always. Mm. Yeah, so currently, there's opposite corner, there's a pair of diners, a couple, elderly-ish couple, having breakfast. There was a woman who's in from time to time, sitting beside me, but she's gone now. So, as I've got less work on at the moment, I might have a few, more slots available to go to other places and try streaming other places, see what the signal's like, see if it's a nice, pleasant atmosphere, that sort of thing. So yeah, I've got one or two possibilities on other places to go over the next few weeks. So keep your eyes open for that. I think it's seasoned with salt. Or pepper. I don't know. It's nice. All I know is it tastes nice. So, Gage, have you got any pictures of Veda you'd like me to sketch? I am improving my sketching. I think I am getting better. Sometimes, anyway, for some of the things I do, I think I'm getting better. And some of the styles that I do, I think are getting better. So I'm always happy to try something different. We're using, we're using Marmions Wi-Fi today. And it says drop frame rates, quite a high drop frame rate. Why? Broadcast stations used to play God Save the end of the broadcasting. Yes, God Save the Queen. I remember when BBC One stopped its scheduled broadcast at 1 o'clock or something. They would play the national anthem, and then they would show they would then would be I think the flag, and then it would all go blank, and then they would have a little white dot on the screen, and eventually, after a while, they'd play a tone, an irritating tone to make people go to bed. That was one of the conditions of the license. I think they had to not just end their broadcast late at night, but they had to make people go to bed by irritating them. But now they just they play the news overnight, and that's even better. Somebody's phoning. Is that one of you? It's a nice song. Oh, give me the beat boys and free my soul. Is it? I don't think it is. Is it the Doobie Brothers? I don't think so. I think it's another cover. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. How's the sound quality today? I'm just using the one microphone. Just this one. I wonder if we'll get our regular dining companions in this morning. No more God Save. Well, it ended. It ended when they went 24-hour broadcast. Certainly on BBC One, which is the only one I remember doing that. Yeah, when they decided to start, you know, like start showing programs overnight, they didn't switch off. That must have been 35 years ago. Something like that. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Of course, it was God Save the Queen at the time. Two of the bulbs are out. I need to sort out their bulbs here. They're all landscapes. That's quite nice. Only £55. £55, that's not bad. So Sandra Haggis and either mushroom. Mushrooms. She's dressed quite stylishly, wearing a nice sort of knitted hat and a fitted jacket. Ooh. That woman wants the dog's nice. Got a loose side ponytail. On your dog. Mm. Yeah, so maybe some sort of semi-abstract person. I quite like the cat I did last week. The style of the cat, the way I did that. Could I use that style and do it with a person? Blue and white pattern chart. Light clouds, where it's like a Jackson Pollock paint thing. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really nice material. It feels very nice, soft cotton. My shirt also cotton. It just feels slightly more harsh. This feels more soft and The next, Louis Wayne. Nice what? Who? Huh? Morning, though. Um, do I need to Google this? Ah, yes. What's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes. See, the Hawaiian. I wouldn't call it Hawaiian, no. Yeah, my cat was more kind of more abstract. Yes. I think it's not giving anything too personal to say that Doe and I both watched a film about an artist called Louis Wayne. Or is it Lewis? Oh, yeah. Who drew cats. My neighbour woke me up trying to stay in that sleep state right now. Okay, fair enough. Woke up with banging. Was it? Your neighbour's banging woke you up again. I can't decide what to have for breakfast. I've literally eaten almost nothing for days before eating this fella. Can I have a mushroom roll? Yes, it's a loose side pony, I think it's called. Nice. And lavender shoes. Calcium. Is the quiet neighbor? What was your quiet neighbor doing to keep you awake? Or make you awake? Hmm. 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 I cannot fault it. Very nice. Cornflakes and ice cold oat milk. I'm assuming this is a vegan dish. A mushroom roll. Unless it's cooked in, bacon fat or something. He's walking up and down stairs over and over in high heels, it seems. Ah, delicious. I haven't had my 3 Hills coffee in a while, actually. Because I haven't been to, well, obviously I haven't been to the Cloud House. I haven't been to the coffee tree in a couple of weeks. I'll have to get some more. Yeah, so I might try and do another portrait of a person. Oh, yes, have a look at my gallery. Not sure we have cornflakes. I haven't had those in years. I don't actually. I got that on. I've already done that though. Um, it was 32 yesterday. It was so hard to sleep last night. It felt like I was cooking from the inside out. Maybe a nice cold fruit smoothie. Ooh, that sounds nice. Maybe Jules could do that. 38. Cool bath. It is currently here. Here. It is. Look away now, Jules. It is that. Wow. Yes, this is my. I think it might be my favourite shirt. But it takes. I don't wear it often because I like to keep it special. This is a special occasion, but I like to wear it not all the time. Um, it's a nice summery shirt. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Always cold. Always going. Oh, that's nice. It looks like the Melrose in Bloom people are out again. Let me. Shall I? Let's see. Let's see. Right. Somebody send me a picture of a person. So much in bonus. It's a award winning. They've got a dog, by the way, which has been very quiet. On the couple. If somebody sends me a picture of a person to draw, I will try it. Because I want to draw a person. I haven't got any particularly available, any new ones available. In the equivalent of stomping feet. What? 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 Final item? Double your attempt shot and you get what you got. Yeah, well, that depends on whether you take the baseline as being 0 or absolute 0, doesn't it? But I know what you mean. Can you draw my Friday night date? I suppose I could. Do you want to send me a picture of him? Shall I get one from your little gallery? Where are you? There. Yes, which? Let's see. That one. Do you want the hot priest one? I could do that actually. I could. Well, I say I could do that. I could try that. Let's. Can I save that? You thought I was engaged. What? I thought Doe was engaged. Save image. Allow. That wouldn't stop. No, wait. Wait, what? Send another, okay. I like that one though. Could do them both. Well, you're going to take one that you personally photographed. Small lunch, breakfast. Yes, there's Doe's date. He looks like one of them composers, doesn't he? Do you mean Edgar Allan Poe? appetite, yes. Don't you? I don't think it implies that, Jules. Oh, here it comes. Phil. Morning. How you doing?
Well,
Not bad. You? A wee bit. I was just discussing that one of my friends in Germany is currently at 38 degrees, I think.
in Germany,
In Germany, yeah.
offering stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's, yeah.
I have a yew tree in my garden,
Uh-huh.
not planted by me. Very nice, variegated.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was toxic and poisonous to anything.
I think the berries are.
But thank you very much.
Morning.
There's a red deer or something
Yeah.
comes in and specifically wanders across and chews the leaves off the yew tree.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything else.
Well,
But, I thought
well, I don't know.
Use toxic.
I think the berries are, but I don't know about the leaves.
Anyway, so I thought that's then discovered that some of the toxins or something that are in you
Yeah.
are good for arterial cancer.
All right.
But it was a lovely tree, but well shorn right up to like that height,
Yeah.
because the deer can't reach very high.
Tony, how are you? Oh dear.
No, actually, that's kind. No, just at 18, no longer are unwell. You have complaints. My jaw come away from its
Oh dear.
What's
That is a complaint.
your coping strategy? Take a deep breath, grit your teeth, hunch your shoulders, and yeah, and you know, I've done this all my life, and it's getting back at me. So it's sort of pudding, custard, food. The fact that
Surely they should not have let you out into a pardon expression with a jaw that wasn't. They have to get you back in again for an hour night or something.
well, I do have an MRI scan scheduled for the, but it's embarrassing in to the extent that it suggests overuse.
Would you agree with that?
That person is still alive, are they?
Other than that, thank you. We're all very well. No, just been pushing too much.
I'm told, oh, thank you. I'm told deer are known to consume it, use, that is, particularly when other food sources are scarce. Deer will eat yew foliage even though it's poisonous. White-tailed deer, we don't have white-tailed deer here, we've got roe deer. Less susceptible to its poisonous effects compared to other animals, so there you go.
Just seems to eat the yew foliage and not the grass or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason or other, it's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
It knows more about what it eats than I do. think you talking.
So that's all you read. Except you didn't go to the church.
And then one was just up, I was pulling cleavers out of the hedge, roots of the
Yeah.
and stuff. And the folks up behind the house, I, you know, feed the yew tree as much as I can, and then just hop out over the back gate and up into the, well, what a breeze for it. And this morning, my pet noir, gray squirrel,
Oh, the squirrel.
eating the bird food on my doorstep. This is war.
Before I forget, wildlife. It's up the top of our little garden, which is a very secluded little,
Yeah.
very wood, well, very green, very close. A beast
food,
about
right?
that long, good, almost an inch and a half. It looked like a hornet, and I know my hornets from the Midwest, but it was larger than the.
Can I have another flat white?
It was larger than I Googled, of course, immediately. It was not. What is it? Not an African or what are these?
No,
Because it was
Asian.
colorful, striped. It looked almost plastic, and it's great transparent wings. Never seen anything before since, and like I say, growing up in the Midwest, in fact, I even stepped out kitty. So I know my hornets, but I've never seen anything quite that size. And just this
Does it have a spike behind it?
I didn't stop to ask. But, I mean, we were, but.
I've seen it's a human wasp,
All right.
which
Let's have a look here.
from partly down its body seems to have a spike,
All right. I'll have a look.
which it punches into rotting wood,
Yeah.
whereupon it
Now
lays.
I've got a stump that I dumped up there that I wonder. Now that's interesting. I'll have a look at that. But it was the size of this thing. ICH. Human.
My Greek isn't very good.
Oh yeah. I'm sure some AI bot will tell me. ICHUMEN or something like that. ICHUMEN something like that.
ICHNEU.
Good heavens, that's a new one. When Brian's here, he's got his spin to the dog, he's got these fingers curled.
Trigger finger.
Yeah. So when people say, how are you? We think, which bit? It's
She's
more
referring
interesting.
to orthopedics.
Yeah.
It'll probably be over a year before I see it.
You now say,
It'll be like that by the time I go in.
do they do posthumous referrals? And do you want my number at the co-op funeral? Right. I see. They gotta laugh. ICH, you think N next?
ICHNEU.
Magic.
M-O-N.
Good. Oh God.
Ah.
You gonna help me with that? Okay, just there it is. Not yet. Also known as Asian one nose.
Eh?
It's too much for the job. Large hairs. Also good. I'll show you in a minute. I'm supposed to cut back on speaking. The medical term for this is put a sock in it.
Yes.
So I'll do pictures here. Show and tell. I wonder if that was it. There, it might have been, although I swear there's different ones though, different colors. So it could well have been that family or something. But it was a big.
You're a volunteer juniper. It's coming along. It's all right.
Walking around following some golf at the Roxborough a number of years ago, I heard this intense bee type sound.
Yeah.
I thought, flying, and this was beside a wee pool that was round a stump, and here was this bumblebee uh, walking over the grass, but in this real screeching match going on. I thought, and then I realised something, you know, it's got a head, wings, and then
That's what
body.
these.
And this
That's what they.
something was emerging from inside the bumblebee.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Rusty bees, that's what
And then flew off.
yeah, yeah.
And
That's what they say. They go. That could have been. This is a tiger. Yeah, I think that's what, something like that.
Yeah.
It's sort of might have been that. Because there was
What's a
there's
volunteer
sort of
juniper?
stump up there, and that it might have been that. That's what it said.
oh, really? Yeah. Not gorgeous.
Yes, there's such a variety of them. Hang on.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, look at that. That's just in that little selection there. Look at the different colors.
And lots of things. Silly things that Phil doesn't like.
Here, there's the AI.
That's from the inside or on other
See, that sounds like you're being.
to the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
step.
Yeah,
Very greatly inside.
Well, okay. Yeah.
What is the problem?
He wasn't happy to see me either.
I have come across a wood wasp that was hacking some trees down towards the river several years ago. And then, one of these long stumps. And
That guy in the orange there. Talking to the young waitress about Jimmy Nail.
punching into the rotten wood. Nature revolution.
Stepped like this. I also stepped on a scorpion.
Oh.
Not of the. Arkansas.
Down here, level with his moustache.
Look up. Train for next to nothing by the sound of things. Scrapping the Royal Train, you can
Yes, well, that I'm sure will save the nation millions. Yes, how good of them.
put in an offer for it.
Yeah.
Problem is you have to take it away. Oh, so,
We don't travel by train anymore anyway. So.
no. Anytime I want to go there, I strike. I can get up to somewhere, but I can't get back because I'm on strike or something.
Well, and then there's that one on the west coast where the tree fell on it yesterday. Nobody went anywhere over there.
Goodness.
That's about AI. I wasn't listening.
There's a way to go, and it's marginal. So,
We wouldn't drive anymore. We didn't.
and anytime I wanted to get a train, literally 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
if I worked to rule or strike. Every more at one stage, and I thought it would be perfect if I could go up on the Tuesday and come back on the Sunday night when it's finished. And there was just not running. Well, you can stuff it.
Once a person started by train to buy,
No problem. No, the bigger problem on the train, because we take a train with, and that's part of why we are both rather run down. Is to hold for 10 days. We told you about it. The one who got the mobility cart for, and this went in the car, so we needed to drive it. And trip up to St. Andrews. back and sorting things out. We were really happy. It's very successful, but not relaxing. So we take the train ourselves. And the bigger problem with the trains
It's
now.
way to go.
Oh,
Comfortable.
but it's the hen parties on their way back from Edinburgh, the bigger problem than the time anymore. Jesus. And the people on their phones at the end of the car yelling to somebody about taking the milk in or
They're
something.
sound up so you hear them. Yeah, hear them.
So, but no, we like our train. We've been lucky. Been over to Glasgow and back. That was fun. I didn't like this cake. Orange. Orange.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
Call for these wild links across Britain.
What kind?
Wild links.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Why?
Links. Wild
Absolutely.
links.
With a Y.
Yes.
I was not more technology. Apropos
No,
technology.
no, that sort of links.
We do have a nice technology. Part of this, the stress of the last few weeks in this car journey, well, first of all, we've had warning lights coming on. And somebody assured us at this local garage, probably no problem, but we have a Skoda and a Skoda garage. Well,
Well, I'm no longer school.
they're no okay, but you can get it serviced. You can get your service. But for technical things, you have to go to Edinburgh.
It's a proper school.
Go to dealer
They don't have the software anymore.
to fix the lights. You see, so
If it's a software problem, they can't do anything with it.
he
I've got
said,
this radio that doesn't work. Got 1,500 quid to replace it.
Yeah. but besides the trips to and from St. Andrews, we went to collect this friend from the airport, of course. And then we were leaving St. Andrews where we had the car standing for 5 days, like a go great bang.
I think
mean,
it's
bang,
Smailin Tower.
go home safely.
I think
But we
Smailin.
had this scheduled appointment in Edinburgh over the west side. So Brian took the train, the car over on that day, and he said, "Oh, could you run? There's this noise. Could you run the underside run? Suspension, big spring
One
going."
of the springs in the front of the space.
So-
I think, broken.
So in a way, we were quite fortunate to have to go over there. Now yesterday, we were off to Kelso, our mini holiday to Kelso. And I was driving, I got just to the bottom of our street even, and my wing mirror on my side, epileptic fit. I mean, it wasn't just, and so we got out, and I thought I could pull it away and see that, anyway, so we went up now to what?
Lorry's garage.
Lorries, in
Where-
St. where we bought the car.
where they can't do the software anymore.
Yeah. But we,
We said, "Can you do anything about this mirror?" He just pulled it off and took it in. I said, "It's just a case of gluing the glass back." So they've got the glue. They don't have the software, but they've got the glue.
there was a little switch or something, and he glued that back, and he put this in, and then he said it went so well.
How was the charges?
Now, so they don't have the software, but they've got the glue. You see.
So if you need something to fix with glue, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
If it's got any software involved,
Twins in the back.
It wasn't that lovely service, I think. Yeah. No, that's so yeah, we're happy to leave the conversation.
Very good. Garage. Come up out of Dallas towards Tilbury on the left hand side. And
Somebody, maybe that was you, who said they were quite good.
they are, they can pretty well fix most things.
Yeah.
Monroe's.
That's
What's the one called?
Monroe?
MONROE.
Yeah, I've used that.
Yes, they've fixed a couple of things. We'll just leave it in, and they said, "Well, I said leave it in, I can't get away." I sat for 2 hours.
Well, this thing going
The whole
to
time
Edinburgh for the
Tilbury
software,
back up.
they defined what was wrong with the car, but then said was, can you leave it overnight? Because the parts will be coming tomorrow. Just put him on the train, and so on.
Back in the train and the bus. Takes about a bloody hour on the bus from Waverley out to
Nice period with nothing happening.
Starting up many disasters come at you all at once.
Morning, Richard. 33.
Go and go.
Biggest challenge yet, isn't it?
That's right. Air coming from the north.
I think it's very like that.
Think so?
Wow.
Not one of the marks, really.
It's Michael Sheen, I think, playing Edgar Allan Poe.
Is that, I
I
wonder,
think so.
Oh,
I've been reading Michael Palin's diaries. That's an entertainment. The Python years, how they put these shows together. And predicted the diaries meantime. People's lives mean a lot to me. But talking about how they developed that,
Yeah.
a lot of these names pop up.
I suppose the guys just because Tom Cleese is me, but
Well, that you would like, you'd be well, in theory, you'd be entertained by this thing because it affected my dreams. And they fought a battle, legal battle in the States because they became, as you know, very, very popular and very, very famous. And of course, they went to the States where you don't say things like to say nothing of various other things that the Pythons put into their stuff. And ABC wanted to buy this. It's done on public broadcasting, just untouched. The BBC started cutting ABC, yeah. ABC started cutting bits out of their programs, and they went along with them. Actually, the ABC wanted them. Anyway, I think they're still fighting it. No, I think apparently John Cleese was a bit of a bastard. He gave him trouble. No, it's fascinating reading. All these names pop in up there and this or that.
Some of the American terms. I didn't. Baseball one, for example.
tomorrow I'm in the
Oh, it's possible.
Oh,
Female shouldn't be there.
yeah, if I start seeing you, we'll know to change the medication. Now, I just went to keep him company, and this little small size Superman crossed my path. That sort of
It's this isn't too bad, you know.
Did much. She's gone followed by.
No, I was thinking bat, ball, mound.
Can't hear you. The coffee's winning. The coffee machine's winning. We'll wait. Now.
We're painting up the room for presumably incoming rugby season.
Oh, of course, yeah.
White lines and all sorts of
Oh,
stuff.
that's what an enterprise that's become. I didn't realize that until just the last couple of years. Because it was probably 35 years ago, we were one of our visits here. We always, whether we were still in Haddington or down in London, we always came here. And there's one time we were wandering back and we just caught a game in process, probably September. Would that be season? Yes. And it was the heyday of all the names you know and can't remember at the moment. One. Hang on. Here you go. Got it? And that was because it was Mrs. Give me the name of
Andy Irving.
Nine, another one. Anyway, one of the well, Gavin Hastings, somebody like that. Hastings and a boy were there, and we just stood at the end of the ground there. I don't think they even went. It was before the stands even. Anyway, we watched this game, and it was and they lost this, and now we just I think we went to a football game, and we walked away from this game having just stood there, never paid any money for this old boy walking with. Oh dear, you know, and we were contrasting the sounds of the football game. Yeah, we just wandered in, watched a bit of rugby, and came away.
You can't do that now.
Oh, I know.
Anything coming within about 5 yards of the rugby club
Yeah.
has to have a ticket.
Yeah.
For which you pay.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know the rugby club get any of the money.
Yeah.
Oh, they will.
But somebody was saying that they.
It's all owned by the council.
Mm.
I thought the rugby club owned the pitch.
Yeah.
And they put the fencing up
Good point,
on the other side, the 3 gates.
Yeah.
With absolutely, it was coming up to the 7s that particular year, and they put these new iron gates on, with spikes on them. Well, they've now got them topped.
Yeah.
I went straight around to the rugby club. With 66
Good song.
spikes
Yeah.
pointing skyward, and they were about to have 10,000 people the next week. I thought, and steps up them, all you have to do is misstep.
Oh,
And
that's
you-
right.
and you
Yeah.
come down the hill,
Yeah.
and the first thing you do is put your hands out, and get spiked in your hands.
Yeah, right,
and
true.
if you don't do that, so I thought this was not quite against the laws of health and safety.
Sanity, I think, is it?
So I went around and said, look,
Yeah.
oh yes, it will be fixed next week.
Means
We've got 10,000 people there, 5,000.
Put in machine gun
never
nests.
happened. So,
Landmines.
the note of my point, which they would bring to the attention of, I thought, the Lieutenant Rugby Club should ground.
Yeah.
Brought to the attention of the authorities. I think they got away with it, and the week after the top plates came to no point in having the spikes in them to stop people coming over the thing if you put bars on them.
Well, we've got evidence of one creature anyway that can get into the stand no matter what they do. And it's our dog when you get picnic table.
Big tables. Went through the lead, but well, he tied him around there. Untying him and it missed him. He shot off. He went all the way around, and then I found him in the stand, sitting in the stand.
When's the game? Yeah.
He's quite happy to be reconnected.
Just a
But
game.
once he
He
catches
plays
the
these
game,
games,
he'd find me and catch me.
So whatever they do, then.
He went all the way around the ground, all the way around into the stand.
Certainly one of the coldest, no, not the coldest ground, the coldest ground is Curry.
Eh?
And you get a wonderful view out over the whole of Edinburgh and the full west wind coming straight out. Just on the wartime hospital where Sikh priest soon was hospitalised with gangrene, or not gangrene, gastric ulcer, and you can see forever.
Yeah.
Where you can see the wind, you can see you. You may as well be a paper doll as far as this is concerned. Goes straight through. Armored, I must wear.
Cool, alright.
Right. Let's see. I wondered what you do with the eyes. Well done. Yeah.
You missed my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, and the tash as well. Well, like the thing. I'll just take a photograph of that one. Just take a photo.
Yeah, could do. Yes, I'm quite pleased with that. That's not bad. What's this? Yes. Just look at that, Jules. Yes. We thought, hang on, let me, yeah. I'm sure that's Smalem. It's got the Smalem that. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. Yes, that's.
Try to see if I can read some. I thought I was very good on that. Piles of paper. I like doing piles.
Yeah.
I did go in for Brian here did find me a very fine pen, which I have sitting next to my chair, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, I do that. There's a smile on that. Hello, Glitch guy. Show you a picture I did. Now, I'll point out this is a friend of mine.
Right.
He sent me this picture and is perfectly fine with me drawing it. Okay?
Yeah.
I just want to say it's all above
Are we
board.
talking nude?
Well,
Ish. I think you did. Oh.
So I
Yes.
decided I'd do it in red because
Forgive me, but it does look like she's got a puppy on her shoulder.
it's a bit weird. Yes, the way she's turned.
That's all right.
It.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know it's strange.
It's quite effective.
Thank you.
You did.
Yes. I'm not good with faces.
Of course, having said that, that's another thing. We don't, for instance, we don't have a telly, right? Besides being 80, we don't have a telly. Every once in a while we go out and we find ourselves like, everywhere we turn. I mean, you say nothing could shock us. Everything shocks us. It doesn't take much. Because that's probably quite tame, I assume. But I won't research. Oh yeah, the men in skirts in Edinburgh. I don't think you got over that one yet.
No, kilts.
Oh, in Scar, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, we are a bit homogenous, especially.
Well, yeah.
So even we find ourselves rather naughty guys sit and have coffee. Kel also sit there and we realize we're laughing at people and fainted into our cake and so yeah, we are easily shocked.
Easily.
But that's why these diaries are so much fun because you talk about they these are anthologies of diaries. Some of them where they talk about their parents' reaction to things. You know, as you know, there's always been something, but to hear about if I read some from let's say 50s, 40s, 50s, and it's always been the same. In fact, it was right at the end of the 18th. Yeah, a lot of women painting themselves. Yeah, 18 something, 1890.
Didn't see that.
Sorry, I don't. If I get up, I'm likely to fall, which is probably less embarrassing than waving it. Do you have a nice bed? It's so good, but I have to stay home. But do you have a wee box? I'd be grateful because otherwise we'll lose the frosting. That's cool.
Alright, let me try this one then.
This is a holiday.
No, you don't.
Germany. Yours must be in Hamburg. Oh, you're a dear. Hey, magic. Just a ticket.
Lucky. You may. Certainly.
That's kind of thing. Ordinarily, I just stick it in. Okay. Just right to doors.
Yes, I'm not sure.
Massage does can be the massage comforting. It actually regenerates. I didn't realize that. And that wasn't just this muscle, just generally for sports and everything else. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it.
I think it's got his glowering.
Yes,
look,
certainly.
yeah.
You pick your subjects, don't you?
Well, they're sent to me
Bunny.
quite
You
often.
get a very nice bunny.
Yeah.
A nice bunny. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like. Yeah, the bunny's great. That is.
It is nice, isn't it?
How about the guy in the apron though?
The guy in the apron.
Yeah.
Uh,
Immediately.
guy in the apron.
But you see, that is quick, fast, good. Yeah.
It's
No,
it's
but I
out of
mean,
proportion.
it's got spirit or something. It's effective. It looks.
Got something, yeah. Yeah, well, same sort of idea as that. Just a
Yeah,
quick.
because you can see the quickness.
Yeah.
We did one of these. I think I mentioned it for art college. We did. Give it some object. I think what they were in about 20 seconds to draw, or or a life drawing. In fact, and maybe 3 minutes or something like that. That sort of suited me anyway.
That sometimes works for me, and it sometimes doesn't. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing that, I can sometimes that
Yeah,
short
yeah,
amount
yeah.
of time, but sometimes
But
it's
see, I
wrong.
think the thing about the theory possible
Mhm.
is that if somebody says this is what you're going to do,
Mhm.
then rather than because otherwise I can picture you have an image and immediately you fall in love with it, or your brain always says I'm going to do this with it. Whereas if somebody tells you to just do it, you don't have this personal. That's my
Yeah, maybe.
yeah. No, it's interesting.
Do you mean this shirt that I drew on my shirt? Yeah. it is him. I think I think it is recognizable.
Do any of your sessions involve relaxation techniques and the like, or is that another office down the way? That's not really. This is the thing about it. You read this up and they say, this woman trying to get me to relax. She's saying, trying to think of something that you like doing makes you happy. And I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
Whereupon I went out and adopted a donkey with me. And then the next day, I know what makes me happy. Think about getting things done. And then the other thing was, it's been about finding a mantra.
Yeah.
I came up with bullets. And I thought, I don't think I'm quite fit for this. I'm looking for somebody who does medical, no, yeah, without the ground, it looks like a cross. God, and the whole room full.
No, I need to try to make people relaxed when they're, but there's no. It's not a thing I do.
No, I just get the point of it. Always been the same. Is that more physical system cannot support the the speed at which I do things.
Yeah.
It's funny. It seems such a simple matter, but you come to some.
I'll try climbing out.
Pixie. A picture of Pixie.
Oh yes.
I adopted that one.
Put that down.
Yeah, actually, there's probably a better. Hang on a second. Come on.
No, I like the other one.
You like that? Okay, there's no feet, but you can make them. That's Pixie. I've adopted Pixie. You're rascal. Of course, I should crochet them, shouldn't I? Yeah. It's a donkey. We don't have a donkey. I know where it is. Yeah, I like my little bag. I like my little bag.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Well, it isn't best.
Yeah.
Depends on if they go in a bit.
Yeah. Good. Stop now. An instruction. Just this. And
But
that.
the underneath
Yeah,
the
but
shadows of
just
the.
that.
I think that was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the fruit shop, eh? So cool. In fact, I will. I'm gonna take a photo of it and send it to the donkey sanctuary. Tell them because they're lovely that way. They like people to be interested.
What the St. Basil's one?
Eh?
The St. Basil's one.
Yeah. I had an ugly one before that. This was her birthday for 2 years. Anyway, we'll see you again. Oh, Ben, remind us next time if we've got a brilliant car story.
Oh. 200 miles.
That should be there. There. I did charge it. I charged them both. Yeah. That should be back. It's saying it's back. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm quite pleased. the only indication I've got that they thank you very much. Yeah, the only indication I've got that the audio is gone is the little flickering thing, the meter on the screen, unless you tell me. Yeah, but yes, I did charge my microphone last night, so it should be okay. Strange.
There he is. Very good stuff. I've just repaired the pocket of my trousers.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I sit in one position while I'm doing it.
It's just wrong. I'm standing slightly stooped.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got them, you know. Was it? Very hot. It wasn't that bad here. It wasn't that bad here.
Fuel vaporization on the way back.
Yeah.
It's an updraft carburetor.
Right.
So the manifold comes out of the car, goes down, the carburetor's at the bottom.
Right.
And the downpipe, the exhaust goes underneath it.
Okay.
And there's no vents in the side of the bonnet. The later cars had vents in the side of the bonnet.
Mm.
It's fine. If I was going on at 50 miles an hour, it's fine. But 30. Actually took the bonnet off. Only one nut holds it on. Put it on the back seat. No more problems.
Cool it that way. Yeah. Was it one of the Fiats, the special, very powerful version of a Fiat, or a something Italian, I think. They when they were testing it, they were driving it around their track. It was overheating, so they opened up it was rear engine. They opened up the bonnet, the back of it, and it was cooling nicely. And they decided, well, instead of doing anything about it, we'll just fix it up there permanently. So it had its bonnet permanently opened, and then the engine exposed like that for cooling.
University of Dundee, they had a department of medical illustration, which is it's a joint. A friend from school was the only student, and it was partly in the art college, and partly in the in the university. And then one lecturer, Margaret Mackenzie, was a rally driver for Roots, right. Hillman Inch.
Yeah.
And she had this extremely hot Hillman Inch. You could hear it coming for miles. The bonnet on the back of that was jacked up. Open about 4 inches at the bottom.
Yeah. If it works. The roots works. Yeah, my brother used to have an imp. Actually, it was 66 or 67. Yeah.
The early ones had got quite a few things wrong when it first came out. They discovered belatedly that the headlights were too low. They should be between 2 foot and 3'6" on the ground, and they were below 2 feet. So they solved this by jacking the front suspension up, so the front wheels were in like this.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Yeah, it was rear engined as well, wasn't it? So
Tires used to wear out on the side every time turned round. Stable car in crossing.
Yeah, I think my brother put bricks or something in the front to hold it down. Yeah. Yes. That's right.
It did have an automatic choke that didn't work on the early ones. So I used to keep a whole package of elastic bands that were necessary to hold the choke in the carburetor in the right place. Running
badly, and he'd pop out, climb out, bang,
Change the everything. I think it's time to go. I think it's time to pack up.
Another friend at university, funded by automotive products, who make clutches and such. And he had an apology job, testing clutches and flywheels, with a hole in the middle. And they bolt the flywheels onto a motor down there and shut the lid and spin it until it bursts. Tiny clutch, running around the side of the saucer. And automotive product refused to make it.
Oh, right.
It's 4 inches.
Mind you, it would been what, 30 or 40 horsepower, something like that.
The Austin one is this.
Yeah.
10.5 brake horsepower.
Wow.
Some of the racing boys are getting 78 to 90 brake horsepower up the Austin 7 charger on. Going in a car weighing possibly as much as 700 weight. Over 200 brake horsepower per ton.
That's not bad. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on Friday, maybe before.